about TMNT 2, right? Out of the Shadows. The thing about this movie is just that it's actually not that bad, believe it or not. This is actually a much more better sequel compared to the first one. Because the first one was a little bit boring. It was a little bit too slow for me personally. And obviously everybody said that was too much about like an April O'Neil spinoff and her backup dancers. That was pretty much the TMNT. This one, you can rest assured that the Turtles are pretty much the main fucking focus point. Now, granted, you still have Casey Jones, Laura Linney's character, the police chief, and you pretty much have Megan Fox, April O'Neil. They're all still in here. The problem, or at least the non-problem, is just that they are not pretty much like the problem solvers to everything that's kind of going on in this film. It is pretty much left on the Turtles' behalf, and that's actually one of the better parts of the movie. The thing about the Turtles is just that they are by far the fucking best part of this entire movie. Their banter, they're kind of like quips, from Mikey, whatever it may be. They're great. They're great to kind of see. And, Raph and Leonardo's kind of like arguments are definitely kind of understandably so. The action scenes in here are actually quite good. The the airplane scene is just as good as like the mountain scene from, the first one or whatever it may be. And I think it's actually quite fun. Bebop and Rocksteady actually do a pretty decent job. The two guys that do it, Seamus. And Tyler Perry, I was kind of worried that he was going to be kind of like an over-the-top guy, and guess what? He kind of fucking is. Now, granted, for me personally, I feel like this movie does kind of move at a pretty brick pace, and some things kind of get shoved over a little bit, and they don't make that much sense. Particularly, I felt like Shredder's plan didn't make that much sense, especially towards the end. I just felt like, what was that supposed to be? But they do definitely set up a sequel, and I feel like if you know your shit, if you know at least 65% of Turtles lore, whatever it may be, then this movie is definitely going to like fuck you up the ass with nostalgia, and that's just simple fucking truth, right? There's a lot of fan service, a lot of like Easter eggs or whatever it may be, and they're great to fucking see, because if you know what's coming, then you can probably kind of understand where this film series may or may not be going, and I think it can actually be quite fun. Now, overall, I do have to say that this movie does, as I said, set up a sequel. There's a post-credit scene, something with Stockman, I won't say what, but it definitely is something that should, fly away with you, I would say. But I'd say that this is actually quite a fun and entertaining movie, and I think everybody does a pretty decent job. Now, there's this one scene that's kind of like with Megan Fox with like a skirt or whatever it may be, and she kind of doing, some investigating or whatever it may be, and it just seemed like some shit that Michael Bay just kind of came in and just said, hey, I'll direct the scene, thanks, I'll take it over from here. But overall, I think this is actually quite an entertaining movie, and it still has that Michael Bay stench with it, so whether you like that or not, that's still going to be there. But it's still a very fun and entertaining movie, because it is still a kid's movie. Whether you like this or not, it's a kid's film. So bring a kid with you, or you can just kind of unleash your inner kid and kind of have fun for the most part, because I think this is a much more better sequel than, or this is a much more better movie than pretty much the first one by far. And, that's all I can really say. It's a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of kind of like nostalgia, and kind of like fun action scenes just in general. And at the end of the day, it's just kind of a kid's movie, so you can either enjoy or you can kind of hate it. But that's my thoughts. Comment, subscribe, and like. I'm Chris Smith, and I'm signing out.